Hello and welcome back. It's been it's been a while since I continued this, so yeah, let's continue it. And if there is some background noise, it's because there is some work that's been ongoing on the floor above me. So yeah, hopefully it's not too distracting, and it's also raining, so I don't think my mic is picking up the rain, but it's definitely picking up the vibrations that are happening of the work from above. So yeah, let's continue. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Eater. What started this in the first place was the fact that there was no artificial arms that matched me. My left arm, which had no external wounds, which had no after effects, which was impossible to analyze, which had even been so far as described to have been born that way, rejected all prosthetics. Just give me a second and I'll check if it's distracting or not. So, yeah, just give me a sec. It seems it's fine, so yeah, let's continue. You heard me right. Not, not doesn't work, rejected. Not only the ones that were able to grip and hold by broad muscular movements, but even the ones they were only shaped like arm didn't work. It's a it's a contradiction, but when an arm is fixated, when an arm is fitted, the left arm that I had lost hurts. The doctor judged that it was a psychological after effect. Consciously, I was still denying the current me and keeping my eyes away from the reality that didn't have my didn't have a left arm. Since putting on an arm means I'll have to accept the reality. My mind all reject my mind will reject that arm with pain or some bull like that. Oh, I see. My, that is intriguing. But adding a adding a reason doesn't help. Doesn't matter whether I defy or reject reality. I'm going to need a prosthetic arm. It doesn't even have to be functionally good. I can't relax without both hands. During my during my stay, I tested out all the arms in the hospital. Seemingly there had been compatibility issue with the materials, leading to try variety of pain, leading to variety of pain. There was once that caused sharp pain, vomiting, even once that made me lose consciousness. In any case, there had been differences with each of them. If that's how things are going to be, I'll be patient, and so I precedently searched for one that worked with me. The last place I reached was Kurio Kaie's underground underground chamber. Looking at me, he said, oh, so pleasantly, ah, that arm had been taken by a fake, hasn't it? And showed me the one arm in the world that matched me. Your arm, Ishizue-san, is only missing, but it's still connected to you. As long as your arm doesn't disappear, you can't attach a new one. Kaye told me that even if the physical arm is gone, I still have the conceptual one. After all, you don't have any lingering attachments to your lost left arm, no? Those words, that point itself, was the first psychological wound I received since losing my arm. It was true. I didn't think about getting back my left arm to me. Getting back my left arm to me, that left arm had never been there, which is why, even after, even if a physic, even if the physical form is gone, a form that had been non-existent from the start won't change. Its sensations are alive. A normal artificial arm for you is likely wearing clothes on the inside of your body. Of course, that would make you sick as to pass out. Yes, even the conceptual arm was gone. The sensations and only them are still there. I'm talking about images. This is an extreme of saying it, but as long as I close my eyes, my brain can perceive my left arm just like it used to. Work it even work it, even grab things, because it's only a sensory trick. There will be times when existence flows into non-existence, but there is no such thing as existence moving existence. The only thing non-existent senses can touch are the similarly non-existent form, a formless sensation, because it is non-existent. It cannot touch what what extract what exists, but because it is non-exist, it can intermix with the non-existent. In other words, but an imaginary sensation will accept the same imaginary beast. How marvelous! Ishizue Akira, that left arm of yours is the ideal demon. That damn punk. How did he describe it again? Oh, interesting way to describe his phantom pain and his phantom sensation of losing an arm but still having the feeling of that arm still being there. Okay. The next morning, October 10, weather cloudy. According to the forecast, it was the same weather as yesterday. I change and head to the outer forest. The kiddo I actually quite the sleepyhead. The kiddo is actually quite the sleepyhead. So I can get away with showing my face there by around 10. By around 10 in the morning. The time is before 9 a.m. The right time slot for getting there with time to spare, barring any unnecessary troubles. I put I put in a call to Suranai while on the way of getting out of the residential district to head to the outskirts of the city. She doesn't answer. Still sleeping? Fuzel. Phew, Liz. Leave a message and love after the beep, moron. Hello, this is Ishizue. I'm saying this just in case, but I'm about the Yukio-kun. You have a chronic predisposition for victimization, so don't get too involved. Also, you sound like a moron who morons so change your damn answer phone. Hammering the nail into the coffin of the last night business. I ex- I exited the Regent's Lane of block that make up the residential district. Sea of fields, soothe hills appearing on the horizon. A meaninglessly wide highway with little traffic. The village landscape was as it was in the past, with absolutely no change for 20 years. Gah. People incongruent to the scenery detected. Patrol cars, two ambulances, one bright red Volvo that one bright red Volvo ambulances one wait okay petrol cars two ambulances one bright red Volvo that no person is ever going to lay their hands on. Holy moly. That's a 40 series one. That there is a group of people I don't really want to meet, and one person I want to meet but don't want to meet. As, as contained, contradicted reflex, I jumped aside of the road into the grass where I watch and watch. Something must have happened around here. Except for that to be the case, there is too few people here and I can't spot any field analysis silhouettes. Analyzing silhouettes. Looks like most of the crime processing is already taken care of. They have started to pack their bags now. Bags too. Now if I hide a little bit longer, maybe they'll go away without notice. Nope, don't think so. The lady with her back against the Volvo gives orders to two different officers. The officers angrily mugs that come over here grab me. The two angry mugs that came over here grabbed me. No questions asked and dragged me over to the front of the Volvo by the arms like I was a little green man being manhandled by the man in black. Shitter. Dude. Third. No respect for human rights. Fine work on having him come here voluntarily. That's our Mato-san. So that was voluntary. Yeah, you people can leave. I'll be talking with him. The the two angry mugged officer saluted to the lady and quickly withdrew. The only ones left were me, the Volvo, and her. The beauty of an obviously non-police woman is to Tomamato. Tomamato. The cold-blooded. Dun, dun, yep. The cold-blooded animal that I'd been under complete supervision for 2 years. Stop laying down, you piece of trash, and get the hell up. Tomato, tomato. Tomato-san splits out in disgust. The verbal abuse that sent shivers down my and back even without being intentionally harmful is still one of the conservative ones. It could be that she's immature, immune to jokes. So the day I say Tomato-san out loud will be the day I have a bone-chilling torture waiting for me. Thus, the adorable nickname will be tucked in the depth of in the depth of my heart. So I call her Mato-san instead. Why? Hello. I thought I hid pretty well, but you found me in a jiff. You sure sharp eye in the morning, Mato-san. Shozai. You don't get yourself, do you? Yeah, Shozai is sustenance, I would say. Something we eat. Uh, Alternative reading for the characters for Akira. Mato-san calls him that for some reason. Okay. Okay. Shozai. To eat something, I'd say. Shozai. I'll just check itself. I could be wrong. Shozai. Location, place, or whereabouts. Okay. I was definitely wrong. Shozai. Okay. Shozai. You definitely don't get yourself, do you? I can tell apart a one-armed, white-haired punk from even 1 kilometer away. Oh, for that love of. Don't act suspiciously when there are people around. If your case, one question about your occupation would have landed you in a police cell. If I hadn't done that, no one would have accepted otherwise. Oh, you mean you had them haul me here to protect me? Of course, I'm your supervising officer. There is no way I am going to let myself be called into a police cell because of some idiotic reason. Trash should do as trash does and stay locked in the damn room. Don't waste my time. Mato-san is same as ever. Cool and beautiful, riding into the crime scene with her own personal red vehicle and particularly stylish. After all, she is a public security special agent. You'd have to be a super independent to voice your opinions to her. As a matter of fact, in Shikura City, she's invincible. Oh, and just to let you know, a super a super indie super independent. Oh, what? Hmm. New words. Okay. Inter intended.
Superintendent.
Superintendent. Okay, a person who manages to. Hmm. Okay. Got got a rough idea of what it means. A superintendent would be a chief of police in Shikura City. Mato-san's treated as an assistant inspector within the department where she can boss around policemen just like the way she did a little earlier. Being like this while still in her 20s, she's already dashing smoothly down Elite Street, but she's extremely unhappy, it seems. Mato-san's desire for career advancement is 10 times that of normal person. Convert the normal person into Ishizue Akira numbers and the calculated result would make her Make her look like a diabolical superwoman 1,000 times greater than me. And the true nature of that woman is a sadist that loves tormenting us weaklings. Okay. Wipe that insolent expression off your face. It's disturbing. It feels like I am being laughed at by by an animal at a zoo. Please don't complain about the way my face is naturally. So, what's the scoop? I'm curious, seeing that this is where I pass by to get to work. My being here means it could be only one thing. Of course, we took into protective custody a patient still in his initial stages. He was being home treated, but he ran out this morning. I received a report from the parents, and this is where I caught him. Took into protective custody sounds nice, but the reality is it's taking the guy by force. Being an officer in a public security agency that takes custom custodianship of people with ag- agonist disorder, more commonly known as demon possession, is Mato-san's main profession. The public dubs it the coffin department. After demon possession, modern day priest who save the inflicted by demon possession, though she doesn't take into account human rights one bit. Huh, busy from morning, Mata-san. Oh, you have got that right. This isn't my damn job. It's a police. It's the police's. The boy only had a normal the boy only had a normal mental illness, not demon possession. She spoke she spoke grumpily. Demon possession might be called the new type of depression by the public, but it's going to be obvious to a police who has seen even one real case of demon possession, whether it's a farce or whether it's real. The demon possession there will be anomalies in the person manifesting severe symptoms that are not only mental but physical. It's not a psychological injury. It's an element that appears physically. Element. The only ones who know this are people that got involved with one demon possession with the one with demon possession. The one attacked by the ones attacked by the one with the demon possession and the ones taking the one with demon possession into custody. Mato-san is afflicted with the most powerful of three. The custodian, as far as demon possession goes, she knows way more than me. A normal mental illness. Has there been an influx of hooks? Yes, there has been an influx. Thanks to that, I received a more unrelated work to plow through. At this rate, it will take me 2 more years to finish everything. I volunteered for this job to score points since I was under the impression that it was a 1 year job, but it seems truth was different from what I heard. Matosan being the type that likes looking down on the world with a room in a high rise, doesn't like working in the field. But once sh- one, but she once con- but she once confessed with a when when sprung on by alcohol that because she loves handguns, her dream was to run the director's office at a shooting range. Scary, seriously. In any case, the small fry isn't important, but more importantly, Shozai. Have you heard of the new rumored demon possession? The dog killer? I heard about it last night, something like catching and eating dogs and cats. Ah, she is. Kind of observing me with a cold gaze in her eyes. Yep, Please, please, don't find out I'm hiding something. Shozai, said I have said this again and again, but I hate your kind. Well, of course, you if you said you liked us, Mato-san, you would be the strongest pervert out there. Stop putzizing around and listen. What I want to say is that you social underdogs are an eyesore. Do you understand me? The instant you try to pull off a poor excuse of hiding something from me, I'll have your asses administered. Re-administered. You don't have demon possession, but you have something else, something close. Normally, you shouldn't be able to function in society with your condition. It's easier for you to live inside than outside. How rude. I can manage admirably. With one arm, thank you. I'm making myself useful to you, aren't I, Mato-san? Hmm. If you really aren't hiding or forgetting anything. Yeah, he is definitely not remembering everything that is happening in a full day. He only remembers bunch of small portions. If I had to make a similarity, it would be like David Simvoid the uh, from the FG from FGO, because he also remembers only a small amount of information of the whole day. So probably he's inspired from Akira, Akira-san. Okay, then fine. I am returning to the subject at hand. The dog killer I mentioned is what I'm really after. Like I said, pets are being got ripped to pieces and turned into cuisine right on the spot. By cuisine, I'm talking about the type that's eaten while still alive. Here, these are the pictures of the crime scene. She takes out documents from the car and shows them to me without hesitation. I know I'm being used, but I'm happy I'm trusted by Mato-san. She's hot after all. But still, these pictures are honestly a bit iffy. Mato-san, this looks like barf to me. Call it vomit, you idiot. Yes, I know it's not pleasant to look at, but pass your eyes over everything. Ah, is it just me, or does the floor look like it's been corroded? Hmm. Yes, it's been corroded. Forensics said it was from powerful stomach acid. Ha ha ha. There is nothing these people can't do anymore, right? W- Well, there was a guy who could rotate his neck 360 degrees at this point. It's a bit lazy. It's a bit late to be surprised. However, there sure is nothing but vomit. What does this mean? It means exactly what you saw. The demon possessed ate dog only to throw up immediately after. Wouldn't that, wouldn't that be because the dog simply tasted bad? Idiot. Would you keep doing this for a month if the taste was horrible? This person is both eating and vomiting because it's what the wants to do. The possessed is eating and is fully aware that whatever is eaten will be purged. Eat, you still vomit. If I have a feeling I've seen conditions like this before. Knowing you, I'm guessing the check's been finished by now. The demon possessed being called Yukio on the internet. But do you have any definite identification? Oh, and any info on what caused the demon possession? Hmm, you already have the name. I heard it from Tsuranai, so Is there anything? Background checks is finished. Fush- Fusho Yukio. Home is located at Shikaru Shikura City, Ta- Takanodai. Takanodai has been receiving home treatment since 4 years old but ran away 1 month ago. No notifications from parents. Statements from the mother indicated that she preferred if the child stayed missing. That's something. Huh? Treatment at home being? I don't know if it was the case, but Fusho Yukio was anorexic since junior high. Do you need an explanation on anorexia? No, thank you. I already know as much as the next person does. Anorexia, a modern illness characterized by the in, inability to take in sustenance due to psychological problems. Psychological problems. There is a tendency for people to think that anorexia is only a sickness where a person can't eat, but a good deal of cases are actually ones where the person vomits even after eating. Initially, because of some psychological reasons, the anorexic will purge food. After a long period of repeating this behavior, the stomach becomes weakened, and because the body becomes habituated by purging, the anorexic will continue to not be able to eat even after psychological problem is fixed. Since the anorexic can't take in satisfactory nutrients, he'll become exhausted from simply walking up and down stairs. What's scary is that the anorexic doesn't realize this. He might look healthy, but his body is going to be constantly feeble. Stamina as well as immunity will both be lowered, and in turn, the, there will be times when someone might starve to death due to a light cold. Anorexia is a potentially life-threatening illness that can't be dealt with alone and can't be cured without the understanding of anorexic and his friend and family. Doesn't that make sense? Uh, doesn't make sense to me though. Yukio-kan's supposed to be fat. Mato-san, did you see the movie that's been circulated on the internet? No, I haven't. Hold on. There is a movie of the dog killer? That sure is. Pick it up at your local anonymous BBS. You'll be able to see a bob clad only in underpants, rather greasily and deliciously looking in a sense. I see, it fits. According to forensics, the demon possessed had been eating 5 times the amount vomited. Approximately 60 kilos consumed per day. 2 weeks of that, and anyone will turn into a meatball. 60 kilos a day, equivalent to two big dogs, huh? But that'll make you fat. Mato-san's also a meat eater, so she might really be a bit jealous deep down inside. However, that feeding frenzy ended 7 days ago. The killings were sensational. You realize in in this 1 week there haven't been any reports of dogs being killed. The number of strays had dropped, and the pedigreed domestic ones are inside. Since security's been tightened, it's no longer the case where food can be rapidly retrieved. Yes, well, that's what happens when you hunt too much. So then, Yukio-kan hasn't been eating for 7 days. Yeah, In the worst case, death from empty stomach could be possible. Mato-san's really worried about him. I'm little relieved. Despite what might be said, Mato-san is on the side of justice. Phew. So it does matter if you. So it does matter to you if Yukio-kun starves to death. It does. These peoples are still treated as invalids. If they are poorly handled, it will be the ones. I'll be the ones. I'll be the one that takes the blame. Not only that, it'll be a public nuisance if one died while hiding. It's as nauseating as finding dead roaches behind a wardrobe. If I am going to kill one, I prefer to do it in broad daylight where the mess can be made spot clean. Correction. There isn't a shred of justice in this woman. Matasan, I think shooting somebody in broad daylight is going to damage your career. All I have to do is find some other crime. If they kill just one person, they become murderers, not in invalids. I can get around to it if I'm dealing with a criminal. Ah ha ha ha, you're scary, Tomato san. You are the genius that gave her government power and illegal firearm. That's all I have to say on that, Shozai. You're going to that boy's place, aren't you? Ask him for his opinion. She serves the police's illustrated guide to specially selected body waste and forensics reports to me. Mato-san then goes straight to the Volvo. Why don't you ask yourself? He'll be delighted to see you. He did say there is something rewarding about teasing him. Plus, if as if I am concerned. It's fun watching Mato-san getting harassed by Kaie, so I really wanted her to come with me. I have trouble dealing with that boy. He's eerie. The reason why you are able to put up with the atmosphere in the room is because you're fearless. That's the point about you that I admire. Even when you were in hospital, you acted the same way to all the patients. Engine started. Mother-son never pauses. Oh fine, I understand. By I'll go all by my lonesome. It would be a piece of cake just to ask him anyway. Anyhow. Excuse me. Do you really think that I wasted my time here for chit chat? I'm telling you to earn half of what you are eating. These people should be kin to you, correct? At the point, at the very least, find the dog killer freaks layer before there is a new development. Again, with the unreasonable demands. The kiddos hasn't eaten anything for 1 week, yeah? If dog were the main diet, that would be the case. Must be getting irritable. If that's if that was me, I'd be starving. You you mean I'd become the first victim? I'm fine with that. If I die, that saves me the trouble of having to crush one of you. The dog killer will become a man eater and future demon possession candidates will also be disposed of. She's a monster. A monster tomato has descended upon the mortal plane. No way. Why do I have to get involved with some demon possessed kid I have never seen before? I'm fine either way. If you won't do it, I'll just acquit your little sister of all charges. I'll definitely take this job. Super fast response, super eager, super scared shitless. If you let the psychopath out, it'd be I'd be 100 times better off getting off by the demon possessed kid I've never seen before. Good. Now find the dog killer tonight. I know that you actually do have an idea as to where. Gh. She saw through me. Mato-san chomped her seatbelt on tight, clamped her seatbelt on tight, da- dashingly turned the handle and zoomed out of the ritual landscape at 80 kilometers per hour. Okay, that was a long segment about discussing discussing about the killer and talking to Mato-san about what she knows about the killer. Interesting. So, how long is this chapter? I'm on page 71. Yeah. Uh, oh, this is a long one. 2.8. Okay. Yeah. 106, so 30 more pages. So, I think I'll stop here and I'll continue with the talk with Kaye-san about what Mato-san asked us tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys then today. It was a short stream since uh, it will take getting used to reading again. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow around the same time. So yeah, thank you all for watching and see you guys next time. Bye.